Beachy waves, layers upon layers, and that infamous pixie cut. Since popping onto the scene over 2 decades ago, Kaley Cuoco has sported a number of head-turning hairstyles. From the time Kaley Cuoco made her acting debut as a kid, she's drawn attention to herself. Kids at her school were unkind, so she began homeschooling in 5th grade. However, this meant that she was at risk of missing out on some critical milestones, despite her soaring popularity when she landed the role of Bridget on 8 Simple Rules in 2002. Cuoco looked every part the typical American teenager at the time, with her pin-straight platinum blonde hair. As she told Parade in January 2012, she did get to experience going to prom around this time, but it didn't go as expected. She explained, "Ashley Tisdale asked me to go to hers. It was during my first year on 8 Simple Rules, and I wore something plain to be understated. But these horribly mean girls said, 'Oh, you think you're going to the Academy Awards in your classy black dress?' Honestly, it just made me happy to know I wasn't in that school." As she played her iconic early 2000s role on ABC, the actor was in the early stages of her gorgeous hair transformation. In Cuoco's first season on The Big Bang Theory in 2007, she sported a memorable mid-2000s hairstyle, lots of layers with wispy bangs. As the costume department emphasized her girl-next-door persona, the hair and makeup department really made her appear as if she could be any trend-following girl from the time. It was when she rocked this layered hairstyle that she and her co-star Johnny Galecki began to fall for each other too. In speaking with Vanity Fair in October 2022, Cuoco explained, "I had a very big crush on Johnny early on. I was so not even hiding it. There was chemistry, and we were crushing on each other. That was the whole first season until we actually got together for real."
We got together and just fell mad for each other for about 2 years.
In the early 2000s, singer Aaliyah popularized the ombré trend when she debuted dark roots that transitioned into lighter ends. The French term, which roughly translates to shaded, began to take over Hollywood, with tons of celebrities opting for two-toned hair, including Kaley Cuoco. The actor had been starring on The Big Bang Theory for a couple years when she showed off her voluminous, wavy blonde hair that transitioned into a chocolate brown hue in 2009. It was around this time that Cuoco spoke with Sidewalk Entertainment about how much she'd been enjoying playing Penny on the hit TV show. She said, "We have a blast. Big Bang is like this little show that could. I feel like either people love it or they've never seen it before. There's nothing really in the middle."
We have some crazy fans, and it is a whirlwind to be on this show.
By 2010, ombre hair was all the rage, with celebrities like Hilary Duff and Emily Blunt sporting multicolored dye jobs. It was just one of many instances in which Cuoco hopped on a trend early and seemed to move on to the next in the blink of an eye, as she reverted back to her classic long blonde hair shortly after. Every celebrity has had their fair share of style blunders. One of Cuoco's most regrettable looks was for her appearance at the 2013 SAG Awards. The actor looked stunning as she matched the red carpet in ruby pumps and a strapless scarlet dress that fit her beautifully. But it wasn't her outfit that brought negative attention. It was the faux bangs she wore. While the rest of Cuoco's straightened, platinum blonde hair looked chic, her faux bangs just looked wrong. As she told People in December 2023, "I still think this is the worst thing I've ever done. Literally, I look at pictures and I'm like, that was the worst decision I've ever made. It just did not work. It looked so fake." Big Bang Theory fans had mixed reactions when Cuoco debuted her pixie cut on season 8 of the show. The actor chopped her long locks for the indie film Burning Bodhi in 2014, and at the time, she was super happy with her new look. In speaking with Women's Health in August that year, Cuoco referred to it as, quote, "The haircut heard around the planet." She explained, "When I wrapped season 7 of Big Bang a couple months ago, we cut it short that night. I haven't had my hair cut in over 20 years. I was ready for a change. I felt like I needed to reinvent myself, and that cut was awesome." However, not everyone was a fan of the short style. It seemed like Cuoco had to defend her decision at every turn, and during an interview for 2022's The Big Bang Theory, the definitive inside story of the epic hit series, the actor said, "I don't know if I was being rebellious. I mean, I did do it for the movie, which was my excuse to cut it. At that point, we were heading into our 8th season, and something needed to shake up."
I think hair is hair. It grows back. It's not a big deal.
While Cuoco's hair was short, she experimented more with her ever-evolving style. The actor shared that she'd added a pop of fun color to her pixie cut in a since-deleted April 2015 Instagram post. The subtle pastel hue added a touch of rebellious flair to Cuoco's style and perfectly complemented her skin tone. The following month, the Big Bang Theory star went even bolder when she debuted a touched-up dye job. It was a temporary look that had been created for a photo shoot, and by June of the same year, Cuoco had ditched the pink altogether and returned to her signature platinum blonde color. Anyone who has attempted to grow out a short haircut knows that the in-between stages can be the most awkward. A couple years after Cuoco chopped off her hair in favor of a pixie cut, she went through the same thing. Thankfully, she had her trusty hairstylist Christine Simmons by her side to make the entire ordeal easier. In 2016, Cuoco maneuvered into a chic bob with bright blonde highlights for a while, often styled into beachy waves. As Simmons told Glamour in September 2017, the trick to growing out Kaley's pixie has been trimming the back of her hair every so often to let the front and sides catch up. To mask a lot of the awkward lengths and stages, we would give Kaley's hair a ton of texture with the help of products like a texturing mist. As much as she loved her pixie, the actor revealed in her interview for The Big Bang Theory, the definitive inside story of the epic hit series, just how much more difficult the style became. She explained, "I was bored and sick of the hair, and what's funny is I thought by cutting my hair, I would spend less time in the hair and makeup chair. In my attempt to spend less time on my hair, that decision bit me in the ass, and it took way longer to do my short hair." There's no doubt that Cuoco was eager to get her hair back to a more comfortable length, and as she grew it out, she continued to experiment with different looks. By 2017, Cuoco had hopped on the lob or long bob trend, which many stars were sporting. During an interview with Us Weekly in September of that year, Cuoco joked about her always changing hair, saying, "Just blink and it might be blue or something." She went on to discuss her mid-length hairstyle, saying, "I'm happy with this length. I have no extensions in. It's all me, which feels really good." There was a point in 2018, right after her wedding with former husband Carl Cook, that Cuoco had very little control over her hair. 4 days after tying the knot, the actor underwent shoulder surgery to correct an old injury, which she had been putting off.
It was not an easy surgery. I did not realize my arm would be so immobile. Like, I thought, oh, I'm gonna be fine, but I could not lift my arm at all.
Cuoco went on to add that Cook even had to do her hair, given her injury. Luckily, she had been growing her hair out, making it easier for Cook to style for her. By 2019, Cuoco's time as part of the Big Bang Theory cast was over, giving her the opportunity to work off-camera as she gave her voice to the animated series Harley Quinn. It was during this time that she was rocking long, layered, beachy waves in her signature blonde color. Not only was she back to a longer style, but Cuoco's hair seemed like it was at a stage that was much easier to style than it had been for the last few years. In April of 2022, Cuoco brought back her bangs, and they never looked better on her. Christine Simmons spoke with E! News at the time about the inspiration behind the hairstyle the actor sported at the season 2 premiere of The Flight Attendant. She explained that they were going for a summer fresh look, saying, "Do you know how Dakota Johnson always has that cool girl hair and has the fringe? We were like, we want kind of that vibe and nothing too contrived. And if I do say so myself, I think we've really achieved it." Cuoco walked the red carpet looking effortlessly radiant with her loose waves and vibrant blonde hair with dark roots, dressed in a floor-length black gown. Cuoco debuted more than a few changes at the 2023 Golden Globe Awards when she walked the red carpet in a gorgeous lilac gown alongside her partner Tom Pelphrey. The Big Bang Theory star was pregnant with her first child, Matilda, and had the pregnancy glow, but she also seemed to radiate from her new hair color as she had become a full-on brunette. Cuoco showed off her new hair color in a stylish bun with bangs that framed her face, and in an Instagram post she shared of the event, many fans praised her hair transformation. One wrote, "That hair color was made for you." Cuoco kept her dark hair when she starred in Based on a True Story in 2023. During an interview with Awards Radar in June 2024, she spoke about the series, saying, "A lot of boxes were checked for me in this show. The writing was fantastic. I love true crime. I literally fall asleep to Dateline every single night." The actor added that taking the role allowed her to be closer to home, since it was shot in LA. Given her incredible success, undeniable beauty, and desirable lifestyle, it's no wonder that Cuoco's fans want to emulate her as much as possible. From articles about what the Big Bang Theory star eats in a day to her exercise routine, the public has wanted to know it all. The actor has become a huge style icon, so when Cuoco's hair salon, The Blondery, shared her latest hair transformation in a January 2024 Instagram post, fans were loving it. The video documented Cuoco's shift from medium blonde hair to a darker bronze style. Fans flooded the comment section with how much they loved the actor's new do. The bronze hair trend, which is a blend between blonde and brunette, has been popularized by stars like Jennifer Lopez, and now that Cuoco is rocking the look, there's no doubt that it'll remain a staple color of 2024. That is, until the role-play actor embarks on yet another hair transformation.